In 1939, Maximilian
Graf Oberst von Stauffenberg was one of the few people in Germany who had the balls to try to eliminate Hitler.
Henceforth is actually going to be from a body double. According to Bauer, Adolf Hitler is dining with some of his critical leaders, and he's poisoned during the meal. So the senior leadership, they felt like that would just be too much of a blow to morale. And so what they did was replace him with a series of body doubles. The Nazi propaganda machine is one of the most well-oiled machines there is. Joseph Goebbels is using every incident, everything to churn out language of the Nazi party. And so if anybody's going to be able to cover up the death of Adolf Hitler and convince everyone that this other person is him, it's going to be Joseph Goebbels.
If Hitler was dead long before the end of the war, is it possible he was replaced by a body double? As proof, some turned to a body found in the wreckage of the Reich Chancellor.
And he looks so much like Adolf Hitler that all of these Soviet soldiers kind of piling around him and taking photos of him. It actually belongs to the man named Gustav Weller. But he looks so much like Adolf Hitler, they at first thought, oh my gosh, here's his dead body, we found it. They even placed a painted portrait of Adolf Hitler on the chest of the dead body, as if to confirm, see, it's the guy in the painting.
Is this a coincidence? A man who looks exactly like Adolf Hitler is found just feet away from where he's cremated?
Maybe Weller is exactly what they wanted the Russians to find. You have personal accounts describing the bitter end. You have a body double that looks like Adolf Hitler with a bullet wound to the head.
Detractors of this theory point out that a body double would be unlikely to fool those who knew Hitler well.
Hitler first met Mussolini in 1934, and although Mussolini was a very bad man, he wasn't an idiot, and I think he would notice if Hitler was replaced by a double. Similarly, Hitler was dating Eva Braun since 1932, and I think she would definitely tell the difference if Hitler had been replaced by a double in 1938.
There is no evidence, there is nothing written by Adolf Hitler, by anybody in his inner circle that said there was a doppelganger, there was a person looking like Hitler that we used to trick people. There's nothing like it. It was simply people found that looked like Hitler, that this assumption was made that there was a doppelganger.
The idea of Hitler living anonymously as a Mr. X somewhere in Spain and Argentina and Antarctica, it's not Hitler's style. He was the Führer of Germany, he wants to go down as such, and one of the reasons why he killed himself is because he wanted to avoid the shame of overthrow or surrender.
Yeah, I totally get that.
Thousands of historians have spent decades looking at all of the theories of what possibly could have happened to Hitler at the end of World War II. And more outlandish theories seem to come out every day.
Hitler's death is a mystery that's really deliberately fanned by the specific circumstances of Hitler's demise in Berlin on April 30th, 1945. And really, Stalin did his work too well. He clouded the issue so much at the outset that he left the mystery alive, and then the mystery just festered and persists down to this day.
Nazi Germany's downfall remains a source of fascination, nearly 80 years later. The overwhelming majority agree that the official story is the true one. Hitler committed suicide in Berlin. But why is the idea of Hitler escaping such a long-lasting theory? Perhaps it's the quest for justice that appeals to many of us. Regardless, Hitler's death may remain the subject of investigation for many years to come. I'm Lawrence Fishburne. Thank you for watching History's Greatest Mysteries.